Welcome to this PC build. I did one of these before, and I'm going to go over again now that it's November. Apparently, they were supposed to come out September. The new CPU was supposed to come out September, but apparently now it's coming out November. So the build has changed since the last time I've done it. Right now, there's 3 cases that I think you would probably want to choose from. Now, this one's on sale right now, but I don't think... I think I would probably go with this one. Or I would go with this one. I don't care for the purple color. I mean, you could probably change it because it's RGB. Like I said, I don't really care for the color of purple, so this is probably not going to be the best choice. I mean, this case right here is awesome, but it's like $247. But this would be a really good choice. So, like I said, $109, $129. And $247.99. So we'll add that to the cart. So again, 3 choices for the case. Pretty damn simple to figure out which one you want there. Now we're gonna have 2 choices for the motherboard. One's a cheaper one, and the other one's more expensive. The first one is the Asus Prime B450 Plus, and you need to make sure it supports your RAM and your CPU. You need to make sure this supports your RAM and your CPU. So right now, I'm looking right now, so dual channel, yes. 64 gigs, yes. There's no speeds. Oh, there is speeds right here. DDR4 3200s, yes. Okay, so we have that. We're good to go. You can even get 2133s, which I have those in my old build, but yeah, like I said, you can go from 2133, but now apparently the RAM is also going down for some reason, which is very weird. The new RAM prices are coming down, so this is $89, and this is only, I want to say, $1 more. $1 more, I mean, $89. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just add. Doesn't really matter which motherboard you buy. Like honestly, this one has 3, this one has 2. So if you're gonna do 2 graphics cards, this is the best option. Or like if you're bit mining, then this would probably be the better option, because then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 right here, 6 slots. And here you only have, like I said, you're missing a slot. You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're missing a slot. So if you're bit mining, I would suggest getting this one. If you're gonna use all 6 cards and you do the main like small slots to mine your it's like a USB to whatever, that's what people use now. So this is a bit mining motherboard. People don't really buy this one for bit mining, so if you're just gonna buy, if you're not gonna be bit mining and you're just gonna be gaming, this is probably the best choice to get. 2 slots for a GPU, and you can have a slot for a sound card, and then your capture card. So your capture card can go here, and your sound card can go here. So actually, your sound card could go in between. I suggest never putting anything in between the GPUs. So you're gonna want to use the 2 bottom slots regardless. For anything that you're running here, you're gonna want to use the bottom slots. Now you don't want to, sometimes, like, okay, let's say this has a fan, well then you want to put it underneath. But anyway, we're not going to be talking about that in this video. We're just going to be talking about the price. This is the only thing that I would suggest putting your warranty on, is the motherboard. Now there is manufacturer warranties, but then when you send it to them, you have to pay to get it returned to you. I think you pay to send it to them, and then they return it to you for free. But I think you pay for the repairs, I think. So you're not really covered per se, but this would definitely cover you for 2 years if you paid $20 or $30. But I'm gonna hit no thanks, because I've never really had problems with my motherboards when they're brand new. So the only time I've had problems with my motherboard was like a long time ago when the CPUs weren't like that good. So it's whatever. So we're not gonna get warranty on that. Here is the problem that I'm trying to face right now. Since the 2700X is cheaper than everything else, because if you go here, Ryzen 2700X, right? So they're trying to sell a build right now for $835 with no GPU. Let's see what they're trying to sell it for and what they're actually putting in it. I'm not sure how they're getting away with selling this CPU with no CPU. This CPU doesn't have onboard video. It doesn't have onboard video. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Mine doesn't. So how are they selling this without a graphics card? That don't make sense. I guess they expect you to get your graphics card separately. What is that? What is that solid state drive? Western Digital. Okay, that's pretty decent. What are they trying to get out of that? The solid state drive's $84? Ugh. Wow. Okay. Okay, so right now we're gonna beat that. We're gonna try to beat this price with a GPU. So, well, not with a GPU. We're gonna beat this price without the GPU, I should say. We're gonna try to. So they're trying to sell the 2700X, right? The 2700X right here is not $349. That's a lie. Let's search everything else. So right now, the Ryzen 9 3900X is $709. We're waiting for the new one to come out. This isn't the new one. We're waiting for the new one to come out sometime, I don't know, right this month, maybe next month, maybe, who knows, maybe it's never coming. It's supposed to be positioned at, this new one was supposed to be positioned at $600. Now this one right here is positioned at $709, so that means the new one is going to be positioned probably at like $1,000, which doesn't make any sense because they said $600. So if the new CPU coming out is $1,000, well then I don't think I'm going to be buying. From what I'm looking here is the 3700X is the same price as the 2700X used to be, and if you look closely at these two numbers, 4.5 max boost, 4.4 max boost. Like, what the hell? What is that? Like, you see these numbers? Like the 2600X, you're better off going with a 2700X. It's just so much better. 4.3 or a 4.4, and you're only paying $200 and some for the 4.3, and you can actually go to 4.5 or more if you wanted to. So in a sense, you're paying less for the same product. Really, these two things are pretty much the same thing. It's not anything different. They're pretty well the same thing. It's just they've done something to make it a little bit better. It's not really worth it buying a higher up one. It's just not worth it. At this point, you're better off waiting for this 3950. It's supposed to be way better than all of these. It's supposed to be better than this one as well, like a million times better than this one. I don't understand why anyone would want to buy that right now, because it's not worth it. It's not worth the $709 price tag. That it's a 24 core CPU apparently. It says only 12 though. It's supposed to be 20, 24 or 32 or some shit like that. I don't know. It's supposed to be 24. But it's only a 12, so they kind of lied about that. Oh, there it is. 24 core, 24 threads. Okay, so it's a 12 core with 12 threads. Okay. Well, actually, no. They're saying 12 core with 24 threads. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Let me just calculator this a second here. 24 plus 20. No. 32 divided by 12? What was it again? 16 plus, yeah, okay, there. So the next one is supposed to be a 16 core with 16 threads. Now they're probably going to be pricing that as like at least $1,000, which I've never seen AMD ever position a CPU at $709. It does not make any sense. I don't understand why they're doing it. And they're not too much better than the 2700X. They're literally not too much better than it. If you're looking at these, yes, there's more cores, yes, there's more this, that. It's just not good. It's garbage. Like, I don't understand. I'm not gonna be paying. You're not getting that much more performance out of it for $709. You're getting way more performance for the 2700X than you are for this pile of shit that they're trying to sell right here. What are they doing? They're just milking these two processors right now. They're just milking it hard. Even this like 3600X they came up with is a pile of trash. Like, what are they doing? Like, these two CPUs are a pile of junk. They're trying to get rid of this for $254 and 6-core. I don't want no 6-core. I'm trying to sell a pile of junk for it's garbage. Like, what are they doing? Like, no one's gonna buy that. And if they are, you're wasting your money. You might as well just get a 2700X because it's way better than this one and it's way better than this one. So anyway, we're gonna add 2700X to the cart. We're gonna hit no thanks on the warranty because I don't really care about that. And we're gonna go to our next thing, which is the liquid cooler. And we definitely going to need one of these for any of these new CPUs. It doesn't matter which CPU you're running right now, you're going to need this because these CPUs run terribly hot, and they even run terribly hot when you even have one of these. So might as well just add that to the cart anyway. So there we go, it's in the cart. Now, with power supplies, you don't really need that big of a power supply, depending what you're doing. So if you're doing 2 GPUs, you're gonna want 1000 watts. If you're doing 1 GPU, you're gonna want 850 to 650. Now, since this 850 watt is only $139.99, I would buy this one because it's cheap. It's cheaper than it usually is. It's this power supply usually goes for like $200 to $300. I got mine for exactly $100 before. This is definitely a good price. It's only $39 above 100. So this has come down again. This is what I would buy. And it's fully modular. At this point, we're already beating that pre-built system. Pre-built system with this solid state drive right here, 120 gig solid state drive for $28. We're already beating it. Now we're gonna go with a 1 terabyte desktop hard drive by WD for $63.25. Now these are usually about $49. This has went up, so it's best to buy these when the price is down, because now I'm spending $20 more, which is not really good. So I would not buy this right now. I would literally wait until the price drops again. But you could, yeah, see, the price has dropped on this 6 terabyte one too very well. Okay, so you're getting a deal on the 4 terabytes right now. You're saving $60 on the 4 terabytes. So I would suggest probably buying the 4 terabytes because that is 1119. So that's, what was it again? 64.99 times 4. That's $259 for one of these. For 1 terabyte, if you were to buy 4 of them, that's $259.96. Or cents, I should say. $259.96. Now, if you buy the 4 terabyte, they're giving you $60 off. You're saving $199, pretty much, if you buy this one. Now, you can't get it in the 7,200 RPM, which, because I've seen that the 7,200 RPM actually does run a lot faster. So I have and I also have a 7,200 in my machine right now, and they're only 1 terabyte each. So it does work a lot better. So, I mean, I would suggest going with a 1 terabyte 7,200 RPM because it is a lot faster and it probably will run your games a little bit more quicker. So I suggest probably just going with this when it's lower. So like if it's $40, go with that one because that's only 40. I think it was like, I think I paid almost $40. Like I paid around $45. And that's if you times that by 4, it's 180. So you're still getting a kind of a deal if you buy 4 of them for 180. You're only losing $61 if you do it that way. Here you're saving the $60 if you buy 4 of them. There you're wasting $60 if you buy just 1 terabyte each or whatever. I don't know. All I know is this 4 terabyte deal would probably be pretty good. So I would just add that to cart because it's definitely a good. The Noctua fans. I have 2 of them, and that's probably all you're going to need, depending which case you bought. So we're gonna go back So here we would need 3, because these fans, I'm probably going to put these, I would probably put these on the inside of the machine. And if those fans don't work with liquid cooler, then put these 3 on the inside of the liquid cooler. And the ones that came with the liquid cooler, I would not use them. There's no point, because these fans here might actually be more silent. If they don't have pins for it, then I won't use them, and I'll use the ones that were included, because you're only going to need 2 on each side or something. I don't think the radiators are for 3 fans. So you're going to be removing one of these fans and putting it on the back here, and the 2 fans here, and then you mount the other 2 fans like that to the case. So we would actually be able to buy 3 of these. You can buy one for the bottom part too and mount it inside the case. So we're gonna get 3 of these. Yeah, so we'll add 3 of those to the case. My own experience, these are definitely the best fans to buy if you want to run a quiet system. So right now we're not really beating the other system in price. I understand that right now, but we are beating the other system with hardware. If you take a look at that pre-built system again, they're trying to get $816 for this thing. First item on the list is the CPU, same price. The second item on the list is the motherboard. We're already saving money on the motherboard. That's awesome. The next thing is the RAM. Not saving money on the RAM. Actually, we are saving money on the RAM. Mistake, we are saving money on the RAM, but it's only 16 gigs. Again, it's 16 gigs there, but we are saving money on the RAM. So then there we go again. We're saving money on 3 items already. The only item I think we're not saving money on is the liquid cooler, because they don't have a liquid cooler here. They don't have nothing here. Wait, what? Yeah, they're not selling you the liquid cooler. Okay, so this machine is missing things. It's missing a liquid cooler. It's missing a graphics card. It's missing so much. We're pretty much taking what they're doing, exact same stuff, we'll do the exact same thing, and then we're filling in the liquid cooler, and we're filling in a hard drive and a cheaper SSD, because that SSD is cheaper than the one that they have, which is right here, $28 for a 120. And we're seeing 500 gigs for $84, which you don't need 500 gigs if you're going to be using an external hard disk drive right here. So you don't need that. And I suggest doing this setup because I've done it and it works perfectly fine. Now, the only way you ever want to do this is if you get the M.2 and then maybe get a 120 solid state drive for certain games that run on that. That's the only way I would ever do that. M.2, the solid state drive to run certain games. Like CSGO probably will load faster. That's the only thing I could think of right now that would probably load faster is certain games that have the loading screen stuff. So then we're going to go with 3 Noctua fans and the power supply at the bottom. And our power supply is only $39 more than whatever they're trying to sell here. And it's actually this. They should just include that power supply in there for 99 bucks, because I bought this power supply before for $99. At this point, we typos the code in. So here we go. There's the case. Like I said, this is a more expensive case. So we're already at $1,459.72. Now we still need a graphics card. So we will put a graphics card in. So 280 Ti. We'll see how much these are right now. Ooh, one of the 280 Ti's actually has come down in price a little bit. That actually looks pretty cool. So $1,695. They're actually coming down in price because the liquid cooled ones are more expensive now. Like, they're way more. Honestly, I'd probably go with this one because it's like $200 cheaper. But since I don't really want to ever buy EVGA stuff ever again, since I don't know, it's just not my type of thing to buy anymore, I would buy the Asus ones. But let's see. Just for the reasoning of it being $200 cheaper than everything else, I would add this to cart. This would be the budget for your next build, which would be like 3,000, and that's pretty much the full build. And then the monitor I would go with is Asus. Actually, let's just go Asus 240 Hertz. So right now, this is the monitor that I would go with because it's the cheapest one that I've found so far. Now, and it should match the ones that are like worth like 600, 800, stuff like that. So it's $485.99. So we'll just add that to cart. You don't want to get the warranty for this because it doesn't even matter. If you crack the screen or damage the screen, they do not cover it. So there's really no point. The only way that you can ever get your monitor repaired is if you contact them and you send it in. You're still paying to send it in. You're still paying to receive it back. You're still doing all that. So the only way that you ever do that for free is if you buy that warranty. But if you crack the screen or anything like that, they will not repair it for free. You will have to pay for the repair, and you're looking at probably paying the same price as just buying a new monitor anyway. So you just buy a new monitor anyway. Free Call of Duty, free Game Pass for Xbox, and you get something else here. I don't know what this is. That's new. So yeah. So now we're looking at $3,693.52. Pretty decent amount, since most computers like this would probably be like $5,000 and up. So you'd be looking probably around $5,000 for a computer like this. With all of this in it, you'd be looking about $5,000, and we've managed to get it under 3,000. Now let's add a second GPU, because if I can add a second GPU and it's still under $5,000, you get that new CPU. It's supposed to be coming out very soon. This will be the best build to buy for 2020 and 2019. Okay, so it's $5,372.51. Okay, that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. At least it's not $10,000, because you don't need a $10,000 computer. This right here will run everything. Everything is pretty much the cheapest you can get, and it's the best hardware that you can buy. So there's really no point in getting two GPUs no more. There's really no point in doing it. Games will not run it. The only game that I think you'll probably get performance in, CSGO. If you want to get like 600 FPS on CSGO, well then you have two GPUs. If you want to get 400, well then just one. So you're looking at almost 3,500 for a really good PC. Now, I would suggest waiting until some of this stuff maybe can go on sale even more, but I highly doubt it's going to go on sale anymore, because this is the month that I think everything really does go on sale, is right now. And then there's like a couple months from now where they release new hardware, and that's probably why this stuff's dropping, because they are going to release the new hardware soon. And I know that new hardware does get released usually somewhere around November, so then the parts drop somewhere in December as well. So November and December is usually the price drop. So we got a lot of good stuff here that I've covered, and if you want to buy any of this stuff and you want to support my channel, you can do that for free going into the description below and buying the parts listed below on the links, and I will get some type of like kickback every time you purchase a item through my Amazon link down below, or the Amazon links down below. Like if you click on one and then you purchase something through those links, I will get a kickback on anything you purchase. So like if you purchase like any of these products, and I only have the Canadian link up, so I don't have a United States link. So if you're buying stuff from the United States, well then I will not get any portion of like anything. So if you guys do enjoy these types of videos, I do have a Twitch page set up that you can donate to, but I'm not going to be asking for any donations, because I feel like I don't need donations to stream. I'm not really doing this for donations. If I do decide to buy a new computer or build the new CPU, I will be building that separately as a video. The only thing I think that I would need help doing is buying a new camera. If I ever do decide to buy a like high quality camera, I definitely would probably be getting donations to go buy that, because that will really help out the channel. So all those donations would be helping the channel out, not me per se, but would be helping me do videos for the channel in higher quality. So the donations would be put towards the channel and not me. So anything that I would get would be putting into the channel. So like anything that I get for Twitch would be me putting it into the Twitch stream to make it better, stuff like that. And everything else that I do would be just going towards me, but like donations on Twitch go into the Twitch channel for giveaways, you know, making the quality better, stuff like that. Same as this. If I were to make any money on here, I would put that money into making the PC builds, future PC builds, future, you know, guides, future stuff like that, future technology stuff like reviews, unboxings, stuff like that. So I definitely do want to buy a new monitor, because I only have 60 hertz 1 millisecond Asus monitors, and I have 3 of them, which was a horrible buy. I should have only bought one, and then I could have bought one of these 240 hertz, which I have not yet to play on a 240 hertz. I really want to play on a 240 hertz monitor, and I think this is the best choice to get right now because it's only $485. Now they do sell 144 hertz for like $195, but I don't think going for a 144 hertz is worth it, because you can go for a 250 hertz and lower it to 144 and still get the same. You get the same performance, but then you can also switch between 250. So you can switch between 75, 144, 250, 240. Was it 240? Yeah, 240. You can even overclock it a bit, which I suggest not doing. You can even go to 60 hertz for when you're playing on Xbox. So, or you can go up a little bit more than that, so maybe 75, because Xbox can run between 60 and 90, which it's probably not going to, but I think you can do it, and you get a little bit more of an advantage against people with these monitors. Not too much. I mean, it's like even the ones that I have now, I'm not really getting that much of an advantage because people do own these other monitors and they are playing with them, so they do have more of an advantage than me with these new monitors. So it's not like just because a 240 isn't worth playing it on Xbox One doesn't mean that it's not worth using, because you do have an advantage with it. Even if you are playing it on Xbox One, you still do have an advantage with it, because it's still going to be trying to use the maximum hertz that you can run your Xbox on. Now, all Xboxes are different. They're not all the same, because some people's Xboxes crash, even though you have the same one as them. Theirs crashes because theirs has a hardware issue. If your Xbox does not have the hardware issue, you will be able to run more than 60 hertz on your Xbox. Now, there are certain monitors that are made exactly for Xbox Ones that can run the Xbox One at 140 hertz, which doesn't make any sense, but Xbox One S cannot run at more than 120 FPS because it can't. It can only run about 90. Xbox X can probably run about 100, but it's not going to. I mean, the Xbox One X actually has crashing in it because it's not made right, apparently. The original Xbox One X's. The original Xbox Ones are definitely built better than the new ones, so you're probably going to get more out of the original Xbox ones than you are the other ones.